I got a question from Wisdom. Is it okay for men to cry? Saying, is it okay for men to cry is like asking, is it okay for a man to heal? But the way the world designed, they don't want men to heal. Check this out. How many times did we laugh at this, and this, and this, and this man was crying about not being in his baby's life? Yet men emotion is not really taken seriously. We grow up in a house where mama tell you to shut up before I give you something to cry about, and dad tell you a man is not supposed to cry. And he grow up suppressing his feelings. Only a dead man can't feel. It doesn't mean not be emotional. It means know how to manage your emotion, and that be the problem. Because when we end up getting with somebody, then it just come all out on them. And do you know that's where most male narcissists come from? I've been hearing everybody everywhere as a child growing up, a man ain't supposed to cry. So you teaching me to suppress. But if I don't know how to deal with my own feelings, what makes you think I'm gonna know how to deal with yours? So I'm not gonna feel anything when I fuck over you. Crying is a part of healing. It's releasing. Yes, a man should cry, even though you gotta cry to yourself. It does not mean let everybody see you sweat. That's true. Shouldn't nobody see you sweat, but that don't mean don't sweat at all. Because if you trap your pores in, you will develop a cancer. You're supposed to sweat. And me not crying tells me to ignore my emotions. That means anytime I have feelings about something, press it in the closet. And people wonder why the suicide amongst men is so high. That's why mostly men display the things of toxic positivity. Oh yeah, I'm alright, I'm good. That's why they say always check on your happy friends. That's why some of y'all ladies really gotta cut men some slack. Because we're trained in the world not to deal with our emotions. I mean, really look at it for a moment. We're forced to deal with your emotions before our own. And then most of y'all don't think we don't want to be vulnerable. That's not true. We want to be vulnerable. Can we trust you? If I tell you something vulnerable about me, will you use it in a future argument? Would you use everything that I told you against me in a future argument? Will you go back and repeat everything I told you to your friend? I don't feel safe to be vulnerable around you. I'm doing all this suppressing to be around you, thus making me force myself to wear a mask, then mess up and rub shoulders with somebody who allowed me to be myself. What do you think is gonna happen? That doesn't give an excuse for it. At the end of the day, the man got the power to choose of who he wants to be in his life. I strongly suggest men who are dating, if you can't be vulnerable with that woman, you should probably not be with her in the first place. But we in a world full of men that's not crying when they're supposed to be. That means we're in a world full of men that are unhealed. In a world full of unhealed men running to healed women, guess what they're gonna do to those healed women? They are going to toxify them. Or we're gonna get with a woman that's not healed and trauma bond with her. But the only bad thing about trauma bonding is we're only gonna enable each other's narcissistic behavior. I'm just saying, the world could probably be in a much better shape if we allow men to release. That's what crying is. Crying is letting go. When you're constantly suppressing all of that energy and no outlet, guess what's going to happen? Because let's just be honest, I hate to say it, the world don't give a shit about a man. It's only about what your service is. What is your service? What can you do? So in other words, shut the hell up, do your work, and don't complain about it. And I don't want to see no tears about it, because me crying and me healing show a sign of weakness. That's what the world taught me. So in the end, if you telling me not to cry, aka not to heal, I'm going to be forever a sick person, and I will infect everybody who walk amongst my path. So ladies, my only thing to you is this: if you're in a relationship with a good man, one of the most things you can do for this person, one of the greatest things you could do for this man is have him to be somewhere where he can be vulnerable, not weak. A weak man can't love a strong woman. I'm not talking about a man that make excuses for everything. I'm not talking about a man that put the blame game on you. I mean, when this man feel like the world is against him, he's tearing down. Allow him to rest in your femininity so he can build that masculine structure back up, so he can go back to the world and do it all over again to make sure that you looking good from head to cuticle, if I said that word right. Pouring back into you because you allow me to be vulnerable when I need it to be. For those who need it.